Hi, this is SpookyRecapped, and today I'm going to recap the movie Dead Silence. The movie starts out with a married couple, Jaime and his wife, Lisa. They hear a knock on the door, and someone has left a strange package for Jaime. He brings it inside, and they open up the package to find an old ventriloquist dummy. Lisa suddenly remembers an old rhyme from their hometown. The rhyme is about a lady called Mary Shaw. Jaime goes out to pick up some food, while Lisa is having fun with the dummy. The dummy starts to creep her out, so she covers it with a sheet. Suddenly, music starts playing from the living room, and the sound gets muffled. Scared, Lisa goes back into the bedroom and uncovers the dummy, but she gets attacked. She tries crawling away with blood coming out of her mouth, but she gets dragged into the bedroom. When Jaime comes home, he hears the kettle boiling and calls out for Lisa. When he turns on the lights, he finds blood on the floor, and he goes into the bedroom. He uncovers the sheet and finds Lisa dead and mutilated in the bed. Her tongue has been cut out and she resembles a dummy. Police arrives at the scene, and Jaime is taken to the station to be questioned by Detective Lipton. Jaime is accused of killing his own wife, but they have to release him as they do not have enough proof yet. Jaime goes back home and finds the dummy on the ground. He finds a symbol on the case and sees the words, Mary Shaw and Billy. He then drives to his hometown, Ravensfair, and brings the dummy. The town is in bad shape, and most of the stores has been closed down. Jaime arrives at his father's mansion and knocks on the door. He is greeted by his dad's new wife, Ella, and she happily invites him in. Jaime and his father has not spoken in a while, and apparently he has had a stroke that put him in a wheelchair. Jaime asks him about Mary Shaw, but his father dismisses the question. Jaime then leaves and goes to see the mortician, Henry. They make a few arrangements, and Jaime drives to a nearby motel to spend the night. He looks at a picture of Lisa before going to bed. The dummy's eyes starts moving, and Jaime wakes up and sees the dummy is right in front of him. When turning his head, he sees an old lady, but she disappears quickly. Meanwhile, Henry gets Lisa's body and starts working on it when he hears a sound. He opens the door to a crawl space and finds his demented wife, Marion, sitting in there. She comes out and Henry starts shooting photos of the body. The next day, Jaime is at Lisa's funeral. After the service, Marion approaches Jaime and asks him if he has seen her. Before he's able to answer, Henry comes over and apologizes for Marion's behavior. Jaime then uncovers a grave and finds out that it is Mary Shaw's. He then drives back to the motel and checks the doll. The doll's name is Billy. He then takes Billy to his car and drives back to the cemetery. He finds a grave with Billy's name on it and digs up the coffin. Billy's head turns around as Jaime buries the dummy. When he is about to leave, he hears a sound outside and sees Billy right in front of the car window. He gets out of his car, but no one is there. Jaime goes back to the motel, and when he comes out of the shower, Billy is back, and Detective Lipton is in his room. He is still accusing Jaime of killing his own wife. Jaime tries telling him about Mary Shaw, but the detective goes back to his own room in the motel. He takes Billy with him. The next morning, Jaime steals back Billy and drives to Henry. He tries speaking with Marion, but she avoids him as Henry comes. Henry starts telling about Mary Shaw. When he was a kid, he went to one of her performances in the theater. Mary points directly at Henry, as Billy is hiding under his chair. He brings Mary the dummy, and she starts her performance. A little kid yells that he can see her mouth moving, and everybody gets quiet. The performance carries on, but Mary is angry at the boy. Henry tells Jaime that the kid went missing soon after, and Mary got killed. Henry's father was working on Mary's body in his morgue, Henry wanted to see the body, but accidentally knocked over the coffin, revealing the body. The body stands up and smiles at Henry, but luckily his father comes. Ever since, people from the town has been found dead and posed in family portraits. Jaime wants to go to the old theater where Mary lived, and Henry tries to stop him. He does not care and drives there himself. He finds an old boat, sails over there, and enters. He finds Mary's room and finds an old book. The book is full of designs to create the perfect doll. Jaime sees a dead woman in a reflection, and when he looks back, she is gone. Meanwhile, Henry is putting away Billy when he hears a sound from the crawl space. He crawls through the door, and Billy turns his head. He sees a person sitting in there, and all of a sudden, the door shuts behind him. Henry bangs on the door in panic when Billy's voice says his name. When Henry turns around, he sees a ghostly hand, and Mary appears right in front of him. She cuts out his tongue, and Henry falls out of the door, dead. Jaime goes back to his father's mansion and asks him again about Mary Shaw. His father tells him that when the little boy went missing, the people of the town went to Mary's. They cut out her tongue, and ever since, each of the men involved and their kids has been killed off. When Jaime is about to leave, Detective Lipton stops him at the door. He's about to arrest him when someone is on the phone for Jaime. It is Henry on the phone, and he asks him to come to the old theater in a hurry. Jaime pushes Lipton to the ground and hurries out there. Lipton follows him and sails over to catch Jaime. He finally catches up to Jaime when they hear Henry's voice. They search around the building and finds Mary's dummy collection. Jaime sees a red blanket covering something, so he pulls it off. It is the little boy who went missing all those years ago. He has been turned into a real-life dummy. All the dummies' heads starts turning, and a clown in a rocking chair starts speaking. It is Mary who is inside of the clown, possessing it. She tells them how she wanted to make the perfect dummy and had to use real-life parts. She then tells Jaime to come closer, and as soon as he does, a stack of tongues starts licking his face. Lipton starts shooting the dummies when Mary enters them. Jaime throws an oil lamp at the dummies, and they start burning. The two of them then starts running away, but as they cross a bridge, Lipton falls down, screaming. Mary gets Lipton mid-air and kills him. When Jaime tries pulling himself up, Mary appears in front of him, making him fall down. He lands in water and swims to the nearest surface, while the theater is burning behind him. But he still needs to destroy one more dummy to kill Mary. He hurries over to Henry, but finds him dead, with Marion crying. Marion tells him that Jaime's father has taken the dummy, so Jaime drives over to his mansion. Jaime arrives at the house and finds Billy laying on the couch. Mary appears from the window, and Jaime throws Billy into an open fire. Mary screams and disappears. Jaime sees his father sitting in his wheelchair. When approaching him, he falls over, lifeless. It is then revealed that his father is a dummy as well. Ella has been controlling him and mimicking his voice. He realizes that Ella is the perfect doll that Mary created. Ella takes the shape of Mary, and Jaime screams as she kills him. We then see Jaime with the rest of his family. They have been turned into dummies, and they have been posed in family portraits. Thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe for more content like this. And stay spooked, people.